Hello. So, after every 3 readings, I am going to do a consolidation of the last 3 readings to see if we get any similar cards. So I've typed it up here on my little spreadsheet to look at any similar cards or any themes that are recurring, and then we can have a look at it, because otherwise it just seems to carry on and on and on. And some things really jumped out incredibly to me, and I don't know if it's because I know a little bit about what's going on in your world, but your first reading had the Four of Wands in your obstacles. What's your problem? And the Four of Wands means happiness. So I quite but I found it very interesting that it's happiness. And then in your third reading, the Sun was also in your obstacle, which is the ultimate card of joy and all this happy stuff. So it's quite interesting that if it's your obstacle, then it would obviously be the opposite of joy. Maybe it would be opposite of joy, would be because it's your obstacle. So I found that interesting. And then cards that came out that were repeated was the Eight of Wands. This came out twice, which is an inner journey. It's deciding to go on a journey and leave those old things that made you happy behind. The Seven of Swords came out. This is my card for stealing. The Two of Swords came out more than once. This is a crossroads, being at a decision. And the Eight of Wands came out. And this is twice. This is quick messages, quick things coming in. But what blew me away, and I think I'm going to learn a lot from these consolidation readings, is that, I mean, you can't make this up. How this happened, I'm really happy to have seen this now, and it's wow. In your first and your second reading, the card that came out in both the same place, that's what your guides, your ancestors, spirit, your higher self, what they want you to know. The same card came out that's in position 10 in the first and the second reading. I mean, you can't make that up. And that is the Fool. The Fool came out both times in the same spot. That's what your higher self wants you to know. That should be the outcome. So I think that's incredible. That's amazing. What's the chances? 2 readings in a row, the same card comes out in the same position. So the Fool is card number 0 in the deck. It's the very first card, and he goes on the Fool's journey through the whole tarot, and he learns the lesson. So you can see here, it looks like he's about to fall off the cliff. He's got a dog with him. He's got exactly what he needs to go on the journey. And being a fool means that you know, other people might be telling you, oh, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. Why are you doing this? But he knows that it's his journey that he has to go through. It's a gold card. So there's a lesson. It's the very start. The Fool is 0. So it's the start. It's the first card. It's card number 0. It's the only 0 card in the deck. Obviously, you can only have 1 0. So I found that very interesting, and I think you should look at that card very carefully, that it came out. So it would be your guides are telling you something about the Fool's journey, to remember that you are on the Fool's journey, that you're starting a new journey, that maybe you need to have the courage to jump off the cliff and just go with it. It's amazing, and it's a major card, so it's major things happening that you'll remember forever. And then another card that jumped out for me, I keep remembering this card bizarrely. So you had this placed in number 10 on the first 2 readings, and in the third reading in number 10 you had the 3 of swords. So that's also from your guides. So this is heartbreak. So yeah, I found that very interesting, and I think we will learn a lot about it. I'm going to keep track. So now I've got which cards was pulled for you and their meaning and that kind of thing. Surprisingly, you didn't get many out of the 30 cards that were pulled over 3. you only got 5 major arcana, of which the Fool was pulled twice. And then the other one that jumps out is the Sun in your obstacle. So out of 30 cards, you got 5 major, of which they were duplicates. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think that's amazing. So there's a lot of other stuff going around, on peripheral stuff around this major journey and this heartbreak. So yeah, I found that very interesting, and next week I will do a reading again, and I hope you learn something from that. I am blown away by your Fool card that came out twice. That's incredible. It's like heartwarming for me. Okay, have a good week. Bye. Thanks for letting me do your readings. Bye.